Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for some more Hearts of Iron 3. I'm your lovely host, Calvin. Alright, so, add Wargle. We're gonna puppet Finland. As much as I'd love to, own Finland for myself, it's not really in my agenda. Do we have anyone else around here? Okay. Everyone else, you're leaving for Bucharest immediately. Seriously, we can't keep supplying shit. It's bad enough trying to deal with the current level of supplies we have. Alright. So thanks to Helsinki, we can win this war pretty quickly, I think. Like I said, the key was actually getting enough supplies up here to use an army. Between the amount of supplies that Russia can move through, the amount of supplies that the Russian army requires, and everything else, we need our own supply point. Simply put, don't trust the Russians with supplies. It ends badly. Now, you're saying, well, wait, didn't you just pretty much willfully cut yourself off? Yeah, pretty much. I did. I don't care. It's all gonna go according to plan. Go. I can't help but notice that their victory points are all strewn along the coast where their troops aren't. Okay, cut me off. That just secures my victory. So, I'm wagering that they don't have the balls, or the guts, or really anything to stop me. Okay, ground attack. As expected, there's a garrison there. And they are intercepting me. Jesus Christ, get out of there. Cut your mission. Also does not help at how low, whatchamahuzits I am on officers. Inefficient research. Light tank armor. What? Light tank gun armor, right. And at this point, I think we can safely... Come on. There. We're gonna need a lot more officers, so as we sort of finish that off, hey, and that's victory. Puppet. Boom, Finland's now our bitch. That's the way I like to see it. Okay, everyone else, it's time to head home. God. In the meanwhile, how's the East going? Pretty poorly. Now, if we were going to help in the East, how would we go about that? I would wager the only way to help in the East would be to open a second front in China. Yeah. Yeah. Like, we'd have to go to Shanghai. Here's the question, can we get that kind of operational range? Thanks to some ports that the Russians have? Maybe. Well, we can use the Russian ports, but unfortunately that will mean that they will have to hold out for a period of time and not get completely creamed. Which I'm not necessarily willing to believe that the Russians are capable of at this point. I mean, after the war with me, they just sort of kind of started falling apart. Which I don't blame them for, but, you know, it's kind of annoying. Tactical Air Command and Agriculture. Good. Give me more officers. Believe me, if I can cut down on research, I will. Unfortunately, I still have cruisers that I'm supposed to be researching, and are horrifically out of date currently. Doing my best on that. Doing my best. Could get an improvement to radar, but I don't think we really need that. Haven't even built any radar yet. Good. Monthly gain is 36 manpower. That's not too bad. So, Finland's now joined our alliance. And at some point, I'm hoping that, invasion tactics advances. Oh, wait, did we actually... Hey! We're up to date on invasion tactics. Good. That's what I like to see. It's going to make our assault ships pretty damn nice, if I do say so myself. I need to try and pump up whatever we can here. Okay, so, here's a question. Surprisingly, yeah, you know what? I'm going to wait for everyone else to get in. Before I do that, I was thinking, like, hang on, so we don't need to reinforce any brigades? And just to damn well make sure that there's nothing out here. Because we're not going to go fight there. There's no freaking reason for us to do that. Our mechanized army is practically useless outside of Europe and North America. Believe me, I will not go out there to fight. It was bad enough just going up to Finland. And I decided... Since when the... Okay, good. That's a Soviet expeditionary force. I was gonna say, Finland should not have that. I'm pretty certain that was a heavy tank. It's like, no, I'm pretty certain Finland doesn't normally have heavy tanks. So now that our gun's up to 1942 levels, we can see that armor is quickly catching up to mechanized as being pretty awesome. And it does have significantly more offensive power. Toughness, that is. So it's getting up there. And hopefully once we research everything else here, it's a consideration that we could do. I'm not necessarily going to remove the mechanization from everything. No, just give me that. I mean, here's the thing, though. These things are all still 4, though. What I was and have been considering, though, is simply throwing on a bunch of armor on the tail end of all of these things to make it even 5 in each division. Making, you know, giving us a lot more heart attacks, some extra piercing attack, which will really help us against other mechanized forces. And it could work. It could work. Light artillery advance. Excellent. That's some more stuff that we can slice off this list. Good. Okay. Like I said, I'm fine not, you know, researching everything all the damn time. We definitely need more officers. Slowly, I've noted that number just slowly go down from 140%. We just haven't been replenishing lost ones, let alone getting enough to sustain the growth in our army. Alright, so first army, first and second army, but still no corps need reinforcements. Interesting. So far, the only corps outside, I believe, at this point is the 3rd Corps. And the 10th Corps. Why the hell are you guys up there anyway? I don't know. So, I guess we can just make new ones then. Not complaining. 4, 5. Create a higher command and link into the first army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Second army. Second army. Which now has 5 corps. Excellent. So we have just completed our 2 armies combined with 5 corps apiece. And we can get small arms. Throw a little more into the officer pool. Get those coming as fast as possible. Alright. Good. So far, so good. Out of curiosity, how many nukes have we managed to put together so far? 5. So, here's the thing. The first nuke dropped on the capital will award 10 reduction in national unity. Every other nuke destroys a national unity by another 4 points. So let's use Britain as our hypothetical target. They have a national unity of 89.4. So, let's see. We'll need 20 nukes to reduce it by 80%. Not bad. However, I think we're going to be saving our nukes for the U.S. Unfortunately, the U.S. is far stronger than I am. And that's a thing, unfortunately for me. The U.S. being far stronger than me means that, well, I can't invade them. Well, I can, but I'm not going to get very far, and that's the point. The plan here with the United States is to actually reduce the national unity to 0%. And then we'll say land in... Is there any coastal VPs that do not have ports in them? Charleston, sure. Heck, Miami, doesn't matter. New Orleans, well, that's an actual port, which means it probably has a garrison. The point is, we'll land probably... Heck, land here and go for Rumford? Maybe. We'll land somewhere, though. And just take a dive at one of their victory points. And if we do that, then that's enough to cause them to capitulate. Our goal here is to actually burn them to the ground, to the point in which they are no longer willing to fight. Infantry tank weapons. Industrial production, operational organization. Sure. Done. Again, keep funding more officers, it's fine. Alright. So yeah, basically we're going to try and take the US without a fight. That's the hope, anyway. That is the hope. First aid. Good. Good. Agriculture and stuff is actually almost done. Only 2 more levels of these. 1954. That's when the tech tree ends for a lot of things. Oh well. Okay, so our first landing craft are almost done. That's what I like to see. And hey, industrial efficiency. That's good. So that's good. And that's strategic rocket structure. So what are our rockets' operational ranges up to now? 580. Respectable. Now, the reason that the flying rocket is so important compared to the use of tactical bombers is simply because they can't fail. Now, if I were to start nuking the US, I'm going to automatically assume that my tactical bombers will get shot down before they're capable of dropping the bombs. So, what does that mean for us? Well, that means we're going to need a location to attack from, because we obviously don't have ICBMs yet. However, there happens to be a very convenient airfield at St. John's, Newfoundland. Which, of course, tells you exactly where we're going. We can base out of St. Pierre et Marquion, and we'll invade St. John's. From there, we will be capable of launching nukes into the United States. You know, I've never checked if you could load them onto carriers. Pretty badass if you could. Actually, I'm pretty certain you can't. Landing craft support, perfect. Good, so our assault ships are more or less up to date. Now, you'll notice that you can't change these because it's actually tactics. So these will pop out with that in mind. The 26th. th 25th. 26th. There we go. So we have 10 shiny new landing craft that I cannot wait to try. Which is our best port, by the way? Varna's a 5, Constantina's a 3, St. George is a 5. Alright, so Varna it is. Wait, check down here. Might be better ones. Athena is a straight 10, okay. Well, we know where we're going to be sending our landing craft then. Where, in fact, even where the French have been basing their naval ops out of. It's no surprise. So, landing craft with a pretty massive operational range. But, let's see. So what is the operational range? 3,500 kilometers. So, yeah. About to here. I don't think that means that we are going to be ending up in Plymouth anytime soon. Dover, probably not. That's fine. We're probably going to land in Maidstone, take Dover from behind, and push for London. At least initially that's the plan. Alright. I thought I ordered you to rebase to Athens. Good. Good. Alright. Apparently we need a better leader. He's the best we've got, so we'll promote him. Thus he can command enough landing craft. Alright. So unfortunately Britannia does rule the waves. But what I'm hoping is a surprise attack from the mouth of the Thames, launched at the correct time, will be enough to take care of them. I mean, if we land our troops there, that's all we need to do, really. I mean, worst case scenario, should probably start developing the A-bomb again. I know it's inefficient, but yeah, it's gonna take a year. Yuck. Hate that. Don't have a choice here. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Well, thank you everybody for watching today's episode of Hotspawn 30. Tune in next time where we continue our plan to invade. Calais is not a great problem. Okay, we use Brest then. We go for Plymouth? Possible. I think what we're going to do is have a look around and try and figure out where their fleet is, and then launch an attack from wherever the fleet is not, just to give us maximum time to do something about that. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. This has been your lovely host, Calvin, signing off. God damn it.